Hello, it's Randy Duck, and we're back again. And today I have two replays for you in the Panther 8.8. Now, this is an old school premium tank, been in the game a long time. It's a pref 8 tank, so it's got +1 matchmaking, so it's really nice. And I thought, I haven't got a replay of this tank on my channel yet, so I've got a double replay for you. Now, the first one, we're on fairly recently added map Vineyards, and I'm attuned with my good friend Swindle. So yes, fortunately, as you can see, I keep getting lucky. There's no fun police in this replay, so that makes it makes it a lot easier. Now I'm going to go from this sort of spawn. I'm going to go and play the normal position, sort of the top left ridge of the map basically, which I tend to play. Depending on how far I push depends on how much support I feel like I have. But on this one, there's no artillery, so I don't have to worry about getting shot by them. And yeah, that's the side I'm going to play. I think from this side, that area is a lot better than the other side, because the other spawn, you tend to, you get from the other spawn, you tend to get a lot of teams camping the back of their base, basically. So that you don't always get the support over here. But yeah, so this tank is quite nice. It's meant to be like a really accurate tank, and it is accurate on paper. But sort of before 6.0, I always found that it trolled me a little bit, which is weird. But I think it's because I knew it was meant to be accurate. It used to let me down. But now, obviously, to be honest with you, since 6.0 and all the crew perk skills, etc. Every tank's accurate. Now this is really accurate, and I think because of how accurate it is, I've actually dropped stabs basically, and I think in this video I was running vents, but in the next replay I actually decided to put the new speed boost on it to get that extra 10% speed increase, instead of using the vert stabs basically, because you don't really need that extra accuracy anyway. But yeah, so I pushed this sort of spot, and so far, I mean, I haven't done a lot, and I'm just going to try and push the pace basically now. And I spotted this Panther 8.8, and I'm going to try and get a track shot in to take him out, but it wasn't really possible, so I went for the side of his turret. And it's just a case now, my plan was just to try and kill what's in front of me, and then try and push forward and see if I can get any assistance of any of the teams, any of the enemy teams sort of camping on their spawn. But I spot this Borsig. Now he's in my way. Now I am chancing it here. I could get slapped a little bit, but I just kind of wanted to. I think I was in one of those moods where I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna take risks. I wanted to get rid of this Borsig as quickly as I can, so that I can move on basically. Because at the moment he's just in a really annoying position for me, and I do want to get rid of him. Now I'm going to just try and move in. Why I can't get shots on him, he's sort of hiding behind that rock. So I'm going to try and move up closer to that rock to see if I can deal with it. Now it was risky, because you can see there's always people sort of camping their base, and I could have got sort of punished for that really, but sometimes you take chances and it pays off. So I've moved in, and I've spotted a baby mouse at their base camp. So I've decided, I think I'll swap to the premium rounds, because on this sort of range with the penetration drop off, I'm going to need it. But yeah, so all in all, it's not been a too bad start. I've got sort of just shy of 2,000 damage, but it's fairly even right now. It's 7v7, so I've got to try and be careful. Now I haven't. Normally I'd push all the way in, try and get the assistance damage, but I've notified I haven't really got much support behind me, and our light tank's already doing a good job of keeping them lit. So while he's doing what he should be doing and spotting the enemy team, I'm going to make sure that I try and give him that assistance damage, and in return give me the damage. So yeah, I managed to shut down that Scorpion, which is really nice. That's got quite a dangerous gun, so I was quite a result taking him out of the game. Now I'm trying to see if I can get shots into this VK, but he's really sort of hugged behind his house, so I'm going to have to sort of move a little bit further forward to try and get a shot into him. But as I do that, the light manages to spot this Tiger P. Now he's full health, nice and juicy, so I'm thinking I'll result. So I'm going to just basically try and get as many shots into him as I can. I took a shot at him when I was in the open because I felt like I was just out of spotting range, but I take another little shot there and I get lit. Fortunately he misses his shot, so I'm going to sort of just side scrape a little bit off of this rock in front of me and see if I can try and take him out while he's distracted fighting our light tank. But as you say, you know, when you get this gun, when you get in a situation where you can just keep firing this tank, it can be really nice. So it is accurate, and it's all good at these sort of situations where you can easily pick off sort of weak points and stuff on tanks. But I managed to shut down this VK, and yeah, now it's just a case of trying to finish up and get the rest of the damage. Unfortunately, Swindle's just got taken out there. I wasn't really able to, you know, sort of help him in that engagement. It was one of those ones where our tanks didn't really complement each other that well, so we were just sort of playing our own game. I was prepared to take a shot off of that Dragon at this point because I knew he was a one shot, and it's that situation where it's the end game damage and you just want to get there as quick as you can to try and make the most of it now, because it gets to this sort of stage and when your team realises they outnumber by this much, they all start moving in. So I'm just trying to get there as quickly as I can to just basically finish off this game strong. Yes, this 53 TP's in the open, so I put a shot into him. Unfortunately, he pulled back behind the rock and I can't get shot. So I'm thinking, I'm not going to be able to get the kill on him. I'm going to see if I can get a shot into this Polish medium, see if that's possible. Unfortunately, it gets shut down, so I don't manage to pick up that. But all in all, it's not too bad for the first replay. So I'll just get to results screens and we'll see how we got on. So yeah, so we managed to do sort of just under 4,300 damage, 500 assistance, 3 kills, which made 100,000 credits there. So yeah, not too bad game. It's just, yeah, but that's really it for this replay. So I will see you in a bit for the next one. Hello, right, so we're back again for the second replay, and this time we are on proc and we've got no artillery. So, you know, this is a dream situation. So yeah, as soon as this map loaded up and I saw there's no artillery, obviously we're +1 matchmaking, but we're top tier, I was thinking this could be a good game. So yeah, it's proc rock, so I'm going to go basic and again use the normal position. I like to use at the start of the game, basically the ridge, just try and spot them up. And like I say, there's no artillery at this sort of stage. Normally the tanks you want to take out first are the light tanks. Obviously don't overextend to a point that you throw your tank away, but if you can get shot into them, take them out, because they are late games on maps like this. They can be a real pest, and they can be, you know, with that view range mobility, they're sort of priority number one. But yeah, this spawn, I decided to use this ridge at the start, and you can just, like I say, I'm top tier. I managed to spot a lot of tanks there, so I'm thinking I might get some assistance here. But as there's no artillery, it means I don't have to keep running and hiding after each shot, but I can just time my reload. So I just poke up, get shot in, go back down, and just try and minimise my exposure. Basically, I'm just going to pop up and just get a shot. I want to make full most of my DPM. That's why I am trying to time my reload. You know what I'm saying? You could argue that maybe it's better to wait until I get unspotted, pop back up again. But I'm kind of thinking, well, I'm top tier, and I don't have massive alpha, so I just want to make the use out of the DPM and make sure I'm trying to fire this gun every time I can fire this gun, basically, just to really make the most out of it. Now, I spot this Italian tank to my left, and I'm thinking I want to take him out, or at least make him move, because ultimately, ideally, I'd like to only, know where the enemy is, so I'm only fighting at one angle, so I can only get shots back at me at one angle. Obviously, you can't always do that, but if I can, he was in a position where I could get shot into him, so I'm thinking, well, I'll try and take him out first, and then at least I don't have to worry about him penning me in the side while I'm poking this ridge. Now, this Black Prince, I'm not too sure what he's doing there, but he's sort of over poked to try and get a shot, and I'm trying to work the gun depression to try and get a shot into him, but I couldn't quite get the enough gun to push. It does have, I think, 8 degrees over the sort of side, so it's decent. But I'm just trying to. It wasn't quite enough to get that prince out there. Now, already I picked up 1,000 assistance and just shy of 2k damage at the very start of the game. So it's been quite a nice game. And I'm thinking, you know what? There's no artillery. It's time to take the bowl. I can see that I do have support down the one line. So I'm thinking if I take this now and try and light up the stuff at the back, I'm going to be able to farm a bit of assistance here. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just, like I say, just poking up, getting shots in. It is now I'm in the bowl. It is a little bit more risky because, you know, you're in the bowl. You're normally the priority. I'm lighting them, but I'm also lit, so that they're going to be the attention's going to be focused on me. But, you know, with risk comes rewards. So I was more likely to get hit, but at the same time, you know, I'm more likely to get more damage and more assistance, basically. So I'm trying to just pick up shots where I can. I see this tank destroyer. I wanted to try and take him out because he's got a nasty gun. I know there's still 2 TDs which are unlit, so I'm kind of thinking they might be at the train track or might be still one at the back. This Hydra comes up, really overextends. Now I think, right, get my shot in the track. You see there's a little shake of his turret there because he knows I've got him sort of perma-tracked here, and that was a bit of a mistake for him. He basically put one shot into me and then lost his whole tank in return. Now when people do that, you notice that immediately I went for that track wheel shot. That's exactly what you want to do. Just second someone over a piece like that, if you can track them in place, he doesn't have to gun pressure then to even shoot me, and you can just take him out at the game. So you know, always do that. When someone pokes up like that, just the first thing you need to think of is track them in place so that your enemy team behind you can take him out. Now this game, I've had a really decent start. I'm on 3,300 damage and 2.5k assistance, but it's still very close. It's 8 versus 8, and I just got slapped there by a tank destroyer at the back of the map. So I'm now only on sort of 700 hit points. So I've got to be a little bit careful, but at the same time I have got to keep trying to light them to try and get the assistance. Now my light tank's done the right thing. He's sort of pushed down the one line, and that allows me to know that there's nothing left on the one line. So I know the TDs now are probably going to be near the train track. Now I just spotted, I think their SU just sort of in the middle. You can see it there. So we know where their tank destroyers are now. But I'm just going to keep trying to poke up and put these shots into this Tiger where I can. Because this game, it's not one. It's been quite. Sometimes it's quite nice to get games like this when it's tight. Because quite often you get games where it's just a landslide, where you're either getting destroyed or you're completely dominating. And I quite like it. It's quite enjoyable when you get a game like this, when you actually have to sort of try. But then I just took a big hit from that tank destroyer in the back. Now this has made it. This is where it gets really interesting, because when that hit me, I was like, oh no, this could be over now. I'm on 39 hit points and I'm stuck in the bowl. Now what's going through my mind right now is this light tank. I've got to try and get out this bowl, because I don't have the hit points. If he can just come over this bowl now, eat a shot from me and take me out, and that's it, game over. So I want to get out of this bowl, but then as you see, I got lit because that light tank was too high on the ridge, and I couldn't get over there. If I went over at that moment, I would have died. I more likely would have died. I probably would have got shot by one of them tank destroyers, which I can't spot at the moment. So I do want to get out of there, but now this light's not on the ridge anymore. I'm thinking, right, this is my gap. This is my opportunity to get out, and that's what I did. Now, had I not done this, I honestly think I would have lost. I think we probably would have lost this game, or I certainly would have died, because he would have just come in and there would have been nothing I could have done about it. So I'm trying to move now to try and get behind my team, because I do not have the hit points. Now, unfortunately, miss a shot from that light tank misses me there, because that could have been game over. Now I'm sweating it a little bit because I'm thinking, oh god, I just need to try and take out this light tank, or hopefully my TD behind me gets a shot and if he comes over, maybe I can track him. I'm trying to keep my armour frontally to him, so I've got the best chance of bouncing. He comes over, I put one shot in, hoping I'm going to track him. I don't, and then to my relief, he shoots the tank destroyer, not me, and I manage to take him out. That was a big moment in the game, because I think if I died then, you just don't know what's going to happen. I know that their medium is now pushing down the one line, and I know that he's a lot healthier than me, so I'm just trying to get out of it basically. I'm trying to get as far away as I can so that I've got a chance of outspotting him while he's moving towards me. I need to move. I don't have the hit points to stay there. But yeah, you see, this is a fun game for me right now. It's moments like this where it's quite intense. So I'm having a good game. I'm having like 4,000 damage, sort of 3,000 assistance. It's been a good game. So if I die here, I am going to have a good game, but I would be disappointed because you put so much effort in. You do want to try and win the game. As you see, that medium is pushing down. I knew that he had a lot of hit points and I wouldn't have been able to survive there. That's why I've relocated to here. And I'm thinking I can maybe try and take out, if our guys spot the hill, I might be able to take out whatever's on the hill just to free up our tanks over there. And then we can concentrate on dealing with this medium after together. I started poke up there and I thought, no, that's a bad idea because if he spots me, I'm just going to get taken out. So I was thinking to myself, I'd try and use this sort of ridge round here, see if I can get any shots, or you know, I think at this point I'm just like, no, I'm just going to move up now and just be with my team because I don't feel like I can win that fight, knowing that he only, I'm on a one shot basically. Even if it was fighting HE, he might take me out. So I've just got to try and move up, and actually I need to support my team now. But they've done the wrong thing here. The enemy have done the wrong thing and sat in the cap circle. That is the ideal scenario. I know exactly where he is, I know exactly what he's doing. He's never going to cap out. Like, this is a mistake base. If you're on proc, never do what the enemy's just done here. It was inedible at this point when he went in there. In my mind, he was going to lose because I knew where he was. All what I've got to do now is move out of spotting range and I'll be able to get a shot into him. Fortunately my team take him out anyway, so I don't get the opportunity, but all that's now left is this tank destroyer. I'm going to try and poke up and get a shot into him to see if we can manage to get this kill. Got one shot into him. Do I get to take him out? Unfortunately not. He just gets taken out before I finish that shot, but you know, I've had a really big game here, so let's just, all that's left now is go to results and we will see how we got on. So I picked up 2 kills, just shy of 4,500 damage, base XP of like 2,228, but 3,251 assistance. So yeah, all in all, it's a really nice game. It was a very enjoyable game. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it, and as always everyone, thank you so much for your support. I'm going to keep putting out the replays as long as you keep watching them, so thank you so much, and as always, happy tanking.